Today I'm going to talk about the Vampire Diaries. More specifically, Matt and Caroline. So, Vampire Diaries is going really well. We've already had a lot of questions answered and a lot of new questions brought in. And one of the things that's really been developing a lot is the relationship between Matt and Caroline. Matt was originally Elena's boyfriend, and Caroline is one of Elena's best friends. And it just makes for a very interesting dynamic in them as a couple, and also with them and their friends.
I heard some things. So it's true then, you and Stefan?
Yeah, it is. What about you?
So them as individuals, Matt, he's the good old boy. He's everyone's best friend, I think. If he likes you, he will stand up for you and he will fight for you.
So you think I'm just being paranoid?
I think you should talk to him. Talk to who?
Matt's actually played by Zach Roerig. I hope I'm saying that name right. You might recognize him from Friday Night Lights, or even As the World Turns. Apparently he was on both As the World Turns and One Life to Live for a few episodes. Zach is actually a very good actor, and I've been really impressed with his work on the Vampire Diaries and how he plays that character. I think the way Zach looks and the way he plays the character actually does help to build the character a lot. Matt is, he really does seem like Mr. Football, and it seems like that's kind of all there is to him. You know, he's the nice guy, he's the football star, and the jock, full on jock, and all that comes with that. Dated the cheerleader and all of that stuff, but that's all kind of the outside.
I'm not. I'm working.
You're avoiding.
No, I have a table to clean. That's the kind of thing that washed up jocks do to make a living.
He's pretty hurt. He's a hurt person. He's had a lot go wrong in his life. His dad skipped out on him when he was young. His mother's been in and out of his life for forever. And pretty much it's always just been him and his sister, Vicky. After Vicky becomes a vampire by Damon, and then ends up actually having to be killed because she's a vampire, then Matt is left completely by himself. And then on top of all of that, he's lost his girlfriend to Stefan, a vampire. Of course, he doesn't know it's a vampire, but it's a lot to handle.
Matt can't seem to take his eyes off of us.
That's when Caroline enters.
Oh, hey.
I'm slipped.
Bad night, huh?
Baddest. Am I shallow?
Is that a trick question?
I don't mean to be. I want to be deep. I want to be like the abyss deep.
No offense, Carrie, but deep's really not your scene.
That's true. I'm shallow. Damn, worse than shallow. I'm a kiddie pool.
You're not a kiddie pool. You're not a kiddie pool.
Caroline Forbes is played by Candace Accola. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. And she is playing the character of Caroline Forbes really, really well. Now, Caroline in the book is very different from Caroline in the show. Now, she starts out the same. Very shallow, very much. She's out to get, whatever the great best guy at the time is and everything. But Caroline is actually one of my favorite characters on the show because of the fact that she is growing. She is morphing and changing and maturing. She's becoming something different than she was in a good way. She starts out the show very, very shallow, very, very just kind of all about just getting any guy, really, that will have her. She ends up with the bad boy, Damon, who kind of abuses her, I guess is the best way of putting it.
What is that? Don't. Oh my god, Caroline, what happened?
Nothing, okay?
That is not nothing. Did somebody hurt you?
No, okay, nothing. It just...
She has had a very interesting background. Father sort of in the picture, and mother is not very supportive. She had this boyfriend, Damon, who was abusive to her. She doesn't really remember, the relationship that they had, but she does know that there was some sort of abuse going on. That's all she can really remember.
Long story, no time to tell it.
I wasn't talking to you.
Sure you were. We haven't met. I'm Matt. Matt. There's a reason we haven't met.
And then there's her relationship between Elena and her two best friends, Elena and Bonnie. Elena and Bonnie are best friends with each other, and Caroline they're both her best friends, but neither one of them consider her their best friend. I think that because of that, she's a really relatable character. I know that I have had times in my life where my best friend didn't consider me their best friend. That's a really hard place to be.
Emily?
Who's Emily?
The ghost?
Oh, the ghost has a name now?
Caroline, please. I wonder why she won't leave me alone.
Okay, what is going on? Why am I not a part of this conversation?